What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? We jumping straight in it. Hey, make sure y'all go watch my other channel. It's called Feezy Reacts. I'm about to be dropping some reactions on there. Go check it out. I know I'm start posting more on there, but y'all just go check it out. I'm going to drop the link to that channel in this description. All right, so check me out. So, and this was something new to me for myself. Because, and there's no disrespect to no gang, no group or nothing. I never really liked a roommate that was a blood or a member of the GFs. And the only reasoning is, bro, they usually be on the BS, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even if it ain't directly towards me, even if it's not directly towards me, it would, be with other people that could bring heat to me simply by me living in this room. You know what I'm saying? So I usually try to avoid those type of roommates. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they be with it. Shit, they'll pop, fight, whatever the case. But y'all know me, I'm just more cool, more laid back. I don't really be trying to be in all the drama, stupid beef and stuff like that going on. But I had this roommate by the name of Max Wayne. And bro was cool. He was a blood, but he was cool, bro. And he really wasn't on the BS. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I guess that stereotype of them, like, yeah, they the BS. They on the BS. They gonna rob, stab, this, and this. He really didn't move like that. To be honest, when I first met bro, I really thought he was GD. Or I thought he was a Muslim or something, because he just seemed cool and laid back or whatever the case. Used to get money and stuff. But Max Wayne had been my roommate for a while at this time now. I never really knew who his mule was, but man, when I say bro was eating, he was eating, bro. He had a lot going on, and ultimately that helped me because that's my roommate, you know what I'm saying? So it made it easier for me to get in on stuff. It gave me better numbers on stuff, you know what I'm saying? So we in there chilling one night. I'm on the top bunk, he on the bottom bunk. We had just locked down. He was like, hell yeah, B, it's finna go crazy tomorrow. I said, why you say that? Now at this time, the compound was dry with the cream, which is methamphetamines, for the people who don't know what cream is. It was dry, bro. It wasn't nothing on the compound for like a month. And the people who do it was going crazy. I think that stuff affects your physical, because people was just mad, fighting, doing all kind of stupid stuff. And I know it was because they couldn't get geeked up. You know what I'm saying? It was like, bro, I got a cutie coming tomorrow. I was like, what? I'm thinking he talking about some Al Green. He was like, cream. I say, no. He said, man, I'm finna go crazy. I'm breaking down everything. 125 for a gram, boy. I'm dead serious. Now, at this point, grams was going like $75 on the compound, but since it wasn't none and ain't been none in so long, if he pop out and say I got grams for $125, they gonna go. So, immediately I try to get in the door. I'm like, man, what you want for like 2 He was like, I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't selling 2 because Shawty already been acting stupid lately, who been dropping for me. So this got to stretch as long as I can stretch it, bro. He was like, but what I will do, I sell you one for about $1,500. And I didn't even think about it. Immediately, I was like, all right, bet, run it. And I'm like, so you ain't selling nobody else's zip? He said, hell no. He said, but you got to do this. If I sell you one, you have to do this. That's the only way it's going to work. I said, what? You got to gram it out for $125 a piece. Now, can't nobody tell you how to break down your pack. But if he giving you that option, like, bro, I will sell you one, but you have to do it like this. And it's an economy control thing. He just trying to keep his foot on the economy neck, because if he go to selling his 125 and I pop out talking about 75, they gonna buy me out, and he gonna be sitting on it. So I thought about it. I'm like, fuck it, shit, why not? Hey, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? He came the next day. I sent him the money. He gave it to me. We broke it all down. And then the caps, I don't think they real full grams, because you take a chapstick, just the cap off the chapstick thing, and you fill it up. And I got like 31 of them out of there. I was only supposed to get 28. But I got like 31 of them out of there. I think I gave one of them away just on some samples, giving it to people, just letting them know we got it, you know what I'm saying? And bro, that stuff was gone quick, you know what I'm saying? So like 2 days later is when it was officially gone. So I go to get off my very 2 last grams. I tell somebody, hold on. I walk in the room. I hear him in that spaz. I don't give a bitch. You already told me you gonna do this on this day. Bitch, why is you even playing with me? Woo. So while he's saying this, you hear somebody say, coming in, somebody coming in. So he looked down, so I shoot back to the door. I stick my head out the door. It's somebody walking through the door. So I'm like, you good? Ain't no police or nothing with nobody, but they got their property, but they by themselves, you know what I'm saying? And the officer popped the door, let him in. This dude walked through the door, tall dude, light skin, got big old breasts, body just, kind of looked like a woman. Dude came in the dorm, dropped all his property on the ground, and said, "Gap!" And and when he said that, it was probably about 5 of them in my dorm at this time, and they all popped out, came out, was like, "Gap, gap, gap." And then the person at the door said it again, "Gap." And they walked down there, grabbed the property. They came upstairs. They went down a few rooms. So when they coming up the steps, before they pass me and get down there, dude who just came in, he go to screaming, yeah, it's Big Gangsta Black, OG Gangsta Black, Big Gangsta Black. Y'all know what the going on. So the other people like, yeah. So they go down there to the room or whatever. So I go back in the room. He's like, "Man, who the hell is that?" I say, "Some nigga say his name Big OG Gangsta Black, and he Gap Gang." Matt Swain was like, "Stupid ass nigga." So he, go back to hollering on the phone. I leave out the room. I had already grabbed what I needed to grab out my box. I leave out the room, go give it to who I needed to give it to. So everything smooth that day. Gangsta Black, OG Gangsta Black, he in the dorm, walking around like he owned that motherfucker. I ain't even gonna cap. He walking around just, when you new people be, I'm not gonna say timid, but they just be a little more preserved and quiet, and you know what I'm saying? This dude walking around like he been in here before, you know what I'm saying? The very next morning, Max Wayne jump up early while I'm brushing my teeth. He gonna ask me, did I see the officer that came in today? I told him I ain't see who it was, which gave up his, anyway, I guess because they was arguing, he just didn't care. But as long as he been in my room, he never really exposed nothing. He did a swell damn job of, keeping that on the low. So he shoot out the room. He come back in like 30 seconds later. He like, "Come on, man, they damn punk all in shouted face, man." I said, "What the hell you talking about?" "Talking about buddy who came in all in shouted face, bro." Like, "Man, come on, man." I'm like, "In who face?" He was like, "Look, bro, between me and you, bro, Miss Powerade." I just made up that name because I got a Powerade right here. He said, "Man, between me and you, man, Miss Powerade, that's my mule, bro. You feel me? That's who I've been with. But I'm really about to blow on her, bro, real talk, because she got me up, bro. But that just between me and you." I'm like, "Yeah, I never say nothing about you and Miss Powerade. You know what I'm saying? This a great Powerade, too." He stay in the room doing stuff in his box for a couple of seconds. I'm sitting here thinking, when I walk away from the sink, he's shooting back out the room. I'm like, "Damn, you about to go talk to the damn girl? You ain't brushed your teeth, washed your face, or nothing." I'm like, "Damn, you just gonna roll out, then go hop straight in the lady's face?" That's a little strange to me, but it is what it is. So he leave out the room. He go down there. I look out the door. I see OG Gangsta Black sashaying and swaying away from the booth, like going that way, going up the steps that way instead of coming the quicker way. So he talking to the officer. You see him doing all this, you know what I'm saying, stuff like this. So I just think, I rock with Max Wayne. So I was just thinking like, bro, you don't want to be doing all that because that'll easily put people in your business, you know what I'm saying? So I pushed the door open just a tad bit. I was like, "Say, Max Wayne." He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Come here real quick." He gonna say, "Who that?" I say, "Bill, nigga." So he walk away from the booth. He come up there. I say, "Look, bro, I ain't trying to, tell you what to do, how to move, but, you've been keeping that on the low for so long, bro. That's special. That's sacred, bro. That's something that, that's special, bro. That's something that everybody don't get. A nigga love to hate on you." I was like, "You might got to calm down a little bit, folks, because you don't really want to be out there like that, because if anybody see you, anybody else talking to the officer like that, get rolled up there, call the supervisor." So when you go to doing that and Shawty just arguing back and forth with you, it makes it look like them your people, and everybody know you got motion, so they will assume she's the one assisting you, and that could go wrong, bro. Some people could really get in trouble. So I was like, "You might just want to chill, G, you know what I'm saying, on all that type stuff." So he was like, "Yeah, you right. Appreciate it, big bro. Appreciate it." Because Max Wayne was like 2 years younger than me. So he shoot back out the room. He go down there. I look out the door about 2 minutes later. He more calm, and then she was just popping the door. He was stepping out there in the salad pole. So he come back up there. He like, "Yeah, man, I just had to straighten something, man. Shawty had me bent, bro. Whoop de whoop de whoop." You know what I'm saying? Like, hell no, boy. Shawty had me bent, boy. So I was like, "Damn, ain't no way." So he like, "Yeah, man, then it punk, this gangster OG Black, whatever he say his name, and he all in Shawty face, all in the flap with the flap open, trying to talk to her. Like, "Man, come on, man. You and her like the same thing, man. She don't want to talk to you, buddy. Go head on somewhere, man. Go head on somewhere." So I'm like, "Yeah, people like that, though, they be real cool with women and stuff, so you know how that go." He's like, "Yeah, bro, woo-woo." So for the next 2 days, that day, all throughout that day, And the next day, so them whole 2 days, Max Wayne just keep saying stuff about the OG black gangster dude. Keep saying stuff about him, about how Buddy just keep trying to talk to Shawty. Buddy just won't stop trying to talk to her. And then what really was pissing him off was, it ain't like old girl was curving him like, man, go head on somewhere, you know what I'm saying? She was actually talking back to him, kicking it, but I was telling him like, bro, like I say, she probably, she work all these dorms, bro. She probably just got cool with him in another dorm, you know what I'm saying? So he was cussing her out again later that night about why she keep talking to Buddy, blah, 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 all this type of stuff. So on that second day, he was telling me how important it was for him to do what he needed to do because, that third day, that was going to be her last day working. So he had to accomplish whatever he was trying to accomplish on that next day or whatever because he wasn't going to be able to see her for 2 days. And then even when she do come back, it ain't no guarantee that they're going to send her back to this dorm. You know what I'm saying? So he on point talking to her all night, whatever the case is. The third day come, that morning, Tax Squad come in there. T-shirt, boxer, shower shoes. Me and Max Wayne both was down bad because the spot, bro, it wasn't nothing we could open up in a few seconds. It was if we had it loosened up already, but it wasn't, bro. We had it closed tight. And, bro, both of our phones got knocked off. They knocked off damn near everybody in the dorm, bro. It was probably 3 phones left by the time they got done doing what they doing. So as soon as, because they lock us down for about 2 hours after Tax Squad leaves, sometime longer than that. So a couple hours after, they let us out. The dorm a mess because they tear the trash up, throw it everywhere. We come out, we talking to everybody, asking everybody who still got a phone, who still got a phone. Everybody that we know saying, we ain't got one, we ain't got one, we ain't got one. It's like 2 people that still had one. He was like, but boy, the line is so long, boy. You know what I'm saying? The line is so long. Just saying, it's so many people done axed already. While we're talking, the dude, OG Gangster Black, come out the room and say, that's right, bitch. That's right. I got a phone. I ain't get popped. I'll never get popped. As long as I know what I know, I'll never get popped. Yep, I got hours for sale. I want $10 an hour, and I ain't going for nothing. Ain't no nigga gonna think they finna press me or nothing because I'm Gap Gang, because I will fight, I will stab. I don't care about none of that. If you need to use the phone, and I got the iPhone, motherfucker, I want $10 for an hour. Immediately, people go to pushing over there. So I'm like, bro, just go book us 2 hours real quick. He was like, bro, why you won't do it? I was like, bro, it don't matter. Just go do it, bro. He was like, nah, bro, because, I caught an attitude with Buddy the other day when I saw him kept talking to Shawty, you feel me? So I really don't want to go say nothing to the nigga. So I was like, all right, bet. So I push over there. I'm like, hey, bro. I was like, I'm trying to get 2 hours. He was like, I'm going to need $20. I was like, okay, I got you. I could get you a green dot cash app. Cash out. So I'm like, all right, listen. When can you put me on there? Because my phone got popped. All I got to do is call my folks and tell them send it, and it'll get sent immediately. So he looked at his watch. He was like, give him like 3 hours, and he'll have me right. So I'm like, all right, bet. I'm getting ready to walk up. He going to say, hey. I turn around. I'm like, what's happening? He was like, I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but your roommate, I don't want him using my phone because he said something slick the other day when I was talking to that girl, and I ain't got time to have to beat no nigga ass in here. So I'm just asking you out of respect, when you get your time, don't let that man use my phone. I don't want him touching my phone. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I'm capping. Of course he's going to touch it. Of course he's going to use it. I'm going to take it in my room, and he's going to use it. Ain't nobody just going to bust in my room door. I might even throw the tissue up. So I just cap him down. I was like, all right, that's cool. Ain't nobody going to touch the phone. I go back over there to bro. I'm like, yeah, we good. He got us locked in for a couple hours. So the dude who we was originally talking to was like, just in case he don't come through, just double check with me. You know what I'm saying? Because some of these dudes ain't got no money. They flexing like they do, and I slide y'all boys in there. So I'm like, all right, bet. So we chilling, Shawty on. This her last day. Bro over there talking his head off. He come back up there mad as hell because he say when the Tax Squad came in there, she got scared and flushed the pack down the toilet because she ain't know if somebody was snitching or not. So he mad at her. I'm like, bro, you got to understand that, folks. You can always get some old Cream, Al Green, Chris Brown, whatever it was you was getting. You can't get mad at her because she was nervous and damn near protected herself by flushing it. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, he understand. Around the time he told me he could get me right, I step out the room and I'm just leaning on the rail just so, he could see me or whatever. So probably about 10 minutes after that, he came out the room. He was like, hey, where that boy at? And then when he saw me, he said, hey, bro. And I looked over there. He was like, I'm ready. So I walk over there. When I walk over there, he walked back in the room. So it looked like the door was closing up. So I grabbed it. I pulled it open some more. All the Gap Gang members in here. They deep in here. And they are looking stupid. So I stepped, to the room. I pushed the door wide open. He was pulling the charger out the wall. I forgot what time it was. Let's just say it was 5 p.m. He gave me the phone and was like, all right, 7 o'clock sharp. Nah, I was like, all right, for sure. I walk out the room, I go back in my room, and the phone was on like 30% or something, so I plug it up in the wall. I called my folks like 3 times back to back. They ain't answered. Then that 4th time, they answered. She was like, hey, I'm busy right now. Work, there's a lot going on right now. What's up? What you need? You need me to send something? I can't really talk. And I was like, yeah, just send his cash out, send his cash out. Because Buddy had wrote it down when I went and got the phone and gave it to me. I just forgot to say that. So I was like, yeah, just send the cash out, $20 real quick, $20. So she was like, all right, it's going to be done in 5 minutes. So I'm like, all right, bet. You know, but it seemed like every damn body I tried to call wasn't answering. Like, everybody had something going on right now. So I asked Max Wayne, I'm like, gee, you want to go on, you feel me, handle your business real quick? So he was like, yeah, hell yeah. So he get on the phone, he go to doing stuff, and then I looked over at him a couple times because it didn't look like he was texting, it didn't look like he was calling nobody. It looked like he was doing this. You know what I'm saying? And I looked at it to see if maybe he was in Instagram, Facebook or something, and it looked as if he was in text messages, and it looked like it was different numbers showing, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't trying to be in his business, but I just had to because what the fuck are you doing? So I said, hey, G. He was like, I was like, hey, bro. He was like, man, what's up, bro? I was like, what you got going on, bro? You going through the man phone or something? Like, what the hell you doing, bro? That man looked at me in my eyes and said, man, fuck that shit. That's on blood, nigga, big blood. That nigga ain't getting his phone back. That shit took. I said, what the hell going on, Max Wayne? What is you talking about? He said, man, ain't no fucking way. That shit took. That's on blood, nigga. That's on blood. I'm like, Max Wayne, what the hell you see in the phone? You got to watch part 2 to see what happened next.